Good morning, everyone. We will now begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama to protect and bless us as we participate today in the construction of paradise on earth. Amatsu-Norito and Miroku Prayer, please stand. Taka ni kanzu marimasu. Kamurogi kamuromi no mikoto mochite. Sumemi oya kamuri zanagi no mikoto. Tsukushi no imuka no tachi hana no. Odo no awagi halani. Misogi harai tamo utoki ni narimaseru. Harai dono kami tachi moro moro no magagoto tsumi kegare o. Harai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sugoto no yoshi o. Amatsu kami kunitsu kami ya oyorozu no kami tachi tomo ni ame no fujikoma no nimi furitate te kikoshi meseto kashikomi kashikomi mo maosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie mi oyanushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie mi oyanushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kum nagara tamachi haemase. Kum nagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group. Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. God's instruments. Let us live life according to God's will, not swayed by the opinions or criticisms of others. Those dedicated to serving Him should be broad minded and have big hearts. Joyously, we are building paradise on earth, taking what is good and rejecting what is bad, releasing ourselves from all undue concerns. When people ridicule or otherwise speak ill of me, I have a good laugh. You might think that I would feel chagrined to be bad-mouthed, but somehow I don't feel that way at all. To be even a little disturbed by the criticisms of others indicates a lack of faith, for you are working for God, not for them. You should therefore be happy as long as you know that what you are doing is in harmony with God's wish. People seldom see things as they truly are. It is quite common in this world not to receive recognition, regardless of your effort or dedication. Do not be concerned with what others think of you. Instead, simply do whatever is pleasing to God. You can please God by helping others. Help them restore their health with Johrei. Helping even one person makes a difference. Helping 10 or 100 others would, of course, be even more pleasing to God.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters. This morning, I want to share the faith experience of Selma Michalani Pavan. She's from the Praça da Árvore Johrei Center, Brazil. Selma was introduced to our church in 2015 through a friend who invited her to receive Johrei. Selma and her family lived through a very intense purification due to her father's illness. She felt very good with Johrei and started to receive it at least 3 times a week. After 2 months, she wanted to become a member to, through the channeling of the divine light, bring comfort to her father and help other people who were in purification. As her knowledge of a church doctrine was insufficient, she took the membership classes and was blessed to receive the sacred focal point of Hikari in September of 2015. Despite believing Johrei's efficacy, she still didn't quite understand when she listened to reports of people's miracles. A month after receiving the Ohikari, while preparing lunch, she suffered a serious burn on her right hand. She felt very protected by God and Meishu-sama, as she could have burned her entire face. Selma received medical care and a lot of Johrei. In 30 days, she was fine and without a scar. With that fact, she understood when someone receives a miracle. Her father died 6 months after she became a member. She channeled Johrei to him frequently, and she's sure that this brought him great physical relief and spiritual growth. Becoming a member brought her peace and understanding upon his transition to the spiritual realm. With the dedications and reading of the teachings of Meishu-sama, each day she learned a little more about how to live according to the principles of our Johrei movement. She stopped questioning and feeling wronged for not achieving everything she wanted, despite always trying to act in the best way possible. She understood that instead of whining, she should help others and turn the problems over to God, because He is in charge of everything, and her job is to trust and serve. With sincere commitment to dedications, even going through purifications, she grasped Meishu-sama's love and protection at all times. For example, one day she had a pain in her back that left her almost unable to walk. She received a lot of Johrei from her husband, and the next day she woke up without pain and was able to move normally. Her father owned a property that had been unoccupied for a long time. She decided to go there, made a mitama migaki, dedication to cleaning our surroundings as a soap polishing, and placed flowers in every room of that property. 2 weeks later, she was able to rent that property. When the pandemic started, she was a little worried about how she was going to pay her bills, since she's a dentist and would need to close her office. She remembers that one day she looked at Meishu-sama's picture, asked for wisdom to deal with the situation, and surrendered everything to the divine will without worrying about the results. At the same time, she intensified our practices of faith at the Johrei Center and at home. Unexpectedly, emergency care began to appear, which allowed her to honor her financial commitments. Currently, she has returned to routine professional activities, and she can say that she is working more and having a better performance as a dentist. She recognizes that all these blessings and protection are the result of surrendering her issues to God and her commitment to serving the divine work. She's aware that further purifications will take place, as they are needed to cleanse her spirit and polish her soul. However, by always seeking understanding and strength in the divine writings and in servants, she knows that she will be able to overcome the purifications one by one with balance and grace. Selma feels so very grateful for everything she's learning and the blessings she has been experiencing since meeting Meishu-sama. For this reason, her goal is to serve increasingly more as an instrument of salvation, channeling light to others and introducing them to our faith. Thank you very much for attending this morning service, for listening to this experience. I wish you a very wonderful day. Thank you very much.
This brings to a conclusion of our morning service. Thank you everyone for joining us and have a blessed day.